Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number with the...
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 180! Yes, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready?
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Newton. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Middle. Hey, Alpha. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So don't say nothing. Check.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The game is play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. Complete. Now they took their shot all right, but it 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
17-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Rosen to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, alert, alert. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Watch the screen.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
What is it? Express! Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I got it.
Out of the gun, Newton. Going deep here for Bryant. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Rams control first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
And now off to the races down the right side. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 64 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the Rams' 2-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Rams 14, Panthers 7. Graham Gano to kick off for Carolina.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Second down, it's Henderson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Go!
They go play action. It's Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Rosen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5 now. Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Here's Newton. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
A
final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and take. Successfully.
Let's go, let's go!
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They run once more with Henderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Washington trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike's 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Run, go.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shift.
From the gun again to Henderson. Now he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check Mike 21.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? bummed out. Now, he doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
McCaffrey, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
58, come on. It's just me and you.
They will go for it. Now Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. Brandon Cooks, 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Newton. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Check, 59. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Rosen going up top for Cup. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, an even 90 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Again, it's Henderson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Rams on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, echo. Hey, quarters. What's the ball? No. Off.
Rosen will throw. They got a man. It's Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Switch.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Hug. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. He's letting it fly for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 62 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Get ready.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Operating from the gun. Newton, and a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the...
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Rosen going up top for Kupp. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Dante Fowler in on the stop. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go.
Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on. We better not.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. So I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You run the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. So I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's
That's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh.